I've always had the financial dream of becoming a millionaire, and I always thought entrepreneurship was the way to do that, which is why I spent majority of my life trying as an entrepreneur. But in the last 4 years of being an employee, I've realized that not only is it possible to become a millionaire as an employee, but I've also realized why so many employees don't and will never end up becoming millionaires. And if you consider that 80 to 85% of working population are actually employees and only 1% of employees are millionaires, that number is extremely small. So today, we're going to break down 10 habits that can actually help us employees become millionaires. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Karthik, your financial wingman, and welcome back to the 9 to 6 Millionaire series, where today we're going to talk about simple habits that can actually help you become a millionaire. Now, the third point that I'm going to discuss in this list is going to be perhaps the most critical in your journey to building financial freedom and becoming a millionaire. And if you do stick around till the end, I have a bonus point for you that is going to be the hardest thing that you're going to have to do, but could actually transform your entire financial future. So stick around and let's get started. All right, the first habit is setting clear financial goals. Now, setting clear financial goals is perhaps one of the easiest, yet one of the most overlooked financial habits that we can have as employees. As employees, it's actually easier for us at times because we have a fixed salary. We know exactly how much is coming in, and for the most part, we know exactly how much is going out. So it becomes easier to plan. And without planning, there's no getting ahead financially. Whether it's your large life decisions like getting married, your kids, your retirement, or even your big financial decisions like buying a car or buying a house, or whether it's your short-term desires like taking a holiday or buying a branded bag, or any of those other desires that you need to fulfill. Having a goal for each one of these is important. And as they say, failing to plan is planning to fail. So ensure that you have well-defined and clearly set goals for each and every one of the things that you want to achieve in your life. Now that leads me to habit number 2, which is budgeting. Now, having a budget for each and every one of those goals that we've laid down is super important, because without a budget, we will never be able to achieve those goals that we have set. I've done a whole other video on budgeting, which you can check out after this. And I can go on for hours about why budgeting is important. But to keep it really short and simple for this video, budgeting is like having rules for your money, knowing exactly how much you're allowed to spend on every single area of your life. Whether it's not spending more than 8% on your car, not spending more than 25% on your housing and living expenses. These are certain rules that we need to set for our lives in order to achieve our financial goals. Now, habit number 3 is possibly the most important habit that you can develop, the one that can move the needle in your life the most. And that is what you do with your salary increments. Now, on average, people receive anywhere between 5 to 10% increments in their salary every single year if they stick to the same company. If you move, your salary increments can be even more. But what you do with this salary increment is what is going to actually determine your financial success. Now, most people that I know use their salary increments to increase the standard of living. They increase their lifestyle. They buy a better car, they live in a better house, they increase their expenses on things that they don't even know they're increasing their expenses on. But they never end up using that salary increment to build wealth. And this salary increment is the greatest tool to build wealth. Just to give you an example, in the last 4 years, every time I've got a salary increment, that increment amount has gone directly towards some form of investment or saving, be it real estate, be it an ETF or a savings plan. I have not used that money to buy a new car or to increase my rent significantly or for any other expense. Yes, a part of it I've used towards my travel budget because I've got married in the last 2 years and traveling is something that me and my wife enjoy doing. But other than that, 80 to 90% of that increment has gone straight towards building my wealth. And don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't enjoy the finer things in life. I too want to upgrade my car and buy the Escalade EV. But today I'm in the wealth building phase. I want to get to a place where I build a financial corpus big enough that can take care of all those needs and desires that I have. So the next time you get a raise in your salary, make a decision right now that it's all going towards building your wealth. Now, if you've made the decision that your next raise is going straight towards your investments and savings, then subscribe to the channel for more awesome content from your financial wingman. Habit number 4 is save and invest wisely. Now, I mentioned this in almost every video and I'm going to keep mentioning it. Number 1 is to save. Build an emergency fund enough to cover 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. This is what is going to take care of you in case the worst happens. And the second is invest. Invest aggressively. No matter what stage of life you're at, no matter what your expenses are, no matter what your income is, find a way to save money, and every year try and increase the percentage of money that you invest. I've made a separate video only on investing and how to simplify your investments, but simplify it. Pick an ETF, pick something that's easy, pick something that you can do every single month month after month after month and allow the power of compounding to grow your wealth substantially. Taking that one step further is habit number 5, which is diversifying your income sources. Now, as employees, we have only one source of income, which is our salary, but we have multiple avenues of expenses, which is our housing, car, living costs, groceries, rents. All of this is our expenses. Now, what we need to do is try and increase the number of income streams and reduce the number of expense avenues. And there are many ways that we can do this, from real estate income, from dividend income, from starting a side hustle. There are various ways of creating passive income. There are so many channels on YouTube dedicated to earning passive income. Spend some time, figure out how you can actually increase the number of sources of income that you have to supplement your salary. Because becoming a millionaire is going to be extremely difficult if we only depend on our salary. Now, habit number 6 has to do with debt. Most of us are habitual spenders, habitual borrowers, habitual credit card swipers. We need to be extremely careful with debt. We need to check what our habits are as far as spending is concerned and borrowing is concerned. We need to stop buying things that we don't need with money that we don't have. We need to stop taking on more and more liabilities. We need to stop borrowing money for liabilities. However, don't be afraid of debt. If you find an opportunity where you can buy a rental property at a good price and you get a mortgage at 4.5% and you're getting a dividend or a rental yield at 10%, it might make sense. Make sure you do your research, make sure you figure out, but if you can buy assets using debt, then that might be a great way to build your financial wealth. On the other hand, start paying down your high interest rate debt like your credit cards and your personal loans, because all that money you've borrowed at high interest rate that is not making you any money is actually killing your dream of becoming a millionaire. Now, habit number 7 is networking and building relationships. Now, I'm not talking about the networking you do outside of your workplace. I'm not talking about going to social events and networking events. I'm talking about networking and building relationships within your organization. Most of us on average spend anywhere between 4 to 6 years in a single organization. And in those 4 to 6 years, we have an incredible opportunity of building lifetime relationships. These relationships can not only make going to work more fun, but they can also give us a lot of leverage in our careers going forward. So instead of picking up the phone and calling someone or writing them an email, walk up to their desk, spend those extra 2 minutes, take a little bit more effort, build relationships, because that is a short way of getting ahead financially. Now, habit number 8 is investing in yourself. Now, I know we've heard this so many times, it's become so cliched, but investing in yourself can have the highest ROI of any kind of investment. Now, without being too vague, I'm going to give you 2 simple things that you can do. 1 is reading and 2 is doing courses. Now, currently I am preparing for my level 3 CFA, and in the last 2 years of doing this course, it has given me so much leverage in my career, not just in terms of pay, but also in terms of opportunities within my work. And when I talk about reading, I'm not talking about reading fiction. I'm talking about reading things that are pertinent to your career, pertinent to your growth, pertinent to you increasing your knowledge that can make you more valuable in the marketplace. Habit number 9 is doing more than you are paid for. Now, often I've heard people say, doing that is above my pay grade. The only way to increase your pay grade is to do work that is above your pay grade. Start doing work that is above your job description. Start helping other people in doing their jobs. Start finding ways and means that you can become more valuable in your workplace. Start doing more than you're paid for and you will get paid more. A colleague of mine who's on the fast track to growth and success once told me that you can't become the CEO if you don't think and act like a CEO. And what that means is that if you want to get ahead in your career, get paid more, you need to start acting, doing things and thinking like the people who are getting paid more than you. Habit number 10 is giving back. Now, this is something that can absolutely supercharge your financial success. Giving is something that we need to budget for. Put 1% of your salary and put it aside, budget for it to give away. Whether it's buying food for your security guards or for giving it to a charity or for buying medicines for the less fortunate or donating it to a cause that you believe in. Whatever the case may be, find a way to give just 1%, no matter what you earn, whether it's $1,000 or $10,000 or $100,000. Find a way to give just 1% and see how it transforms your life. Now, if you've stuck around this long, I'm going to give you a bonus habit. This habit is going to be hard, but if you build this habit, it can be a complete game changer for you. Having the hard conversations. Start building a habit of having hard conversations with 2 people. One is your boss. Have the hard conversation about your salary. Negotiate your salary. Set goals for yourself. Have a conversation with your boss about your path and your way forward in your career. This will make your life so much easier going forward because you know what your boss is expecting from you, and your boss knows what you're going to deliver. So when you actually go and ask for your raise, when you actually go and ask for the promotion, your boss will have a clear-cut roadmap on how to give it to you. The second is your spouse, your partner, the person that you're living your life with. Ensure that you start building a habit of having the hard money conversations with them. Discuss your spending habits, discuss your investing habits, discuss your goals, discuss your budgets, budget together. Do these things with your spouse, do these things with your partner, because if you and your partner are not aligned financially, it could be absolute chaos. So don't forget to share this video with your partner, and I'll see you on another video. I can't believe Netherlands beat South Africa. I have to make a video on investing and one-day cricket. Which of those habits do you think was the most useful to you? Let me know in the comments below. The habit that has helped me the most, definitely point 3. Salary increase. Complete game changer. Also, I think buying food for Asad every month, too good. Gives them so much happiness. Actually, it gives me more happiness. Baby, can we go on a financial date?